Hey guys, I wanted to share a message this weekend. I think I'll record a Healing Your Book message as well that coincides with this. But what I wanted to really do is take some time and bring this all together, what we've been sharing. And it's titled "Your Imagination is the Actual Creative Power of God to Heal, Prosper, and Supply You with Everything You Need, no matter what situation you find yourself in." And so from Genesis 1, guys, the scriptures were showing people the divinity of God and all mankind. It was never quote unquote about sin, about disobedience, about unrighteousness. And that's what I think I'll do the Healing Your Book on. And those were all mistranslations of alpha, which came from aleph, which is the strength of God, which they translated as no in the 4th century, and then all the no's and nots. And so it wasn't showing people what was wrong with them. It was showing them the divine ability to create. And so the presence of God in you guys, the Spirit of God within you has always been perfect. It's never been, God has never looked at you as guilty. He's never looked at mankind as shameful. That's not at all what's talking about. You're the Spirit within you. The presence of God is perfect, always has been, always will. It's divine. It's unlimited. And so the only thing, as we've been sharing, that presence of God, that Spirit of God truly is unlimited. And the science is pointing that out. I'm going to give you a bunch of quotes that I think will really encourage you. Some of my favorite quotes of all kind, just to show you how powerful you are, how amazing you are, how divine you've always been. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. Never has been. And in fact, I'm sure if they hooked up an EEG and an EKG, if you take an innocent little kid and first time they're told about sin, I guarantee you, and the possibility that they could be separated from the only source of life forever, which is an impossibility, guys, that it just went through the roof of anxiety and confusion. Like, what? Because your spirit has always known, your heart has always known your perfection. And so I'm going to share a couple of truths with you. One of my favorite quotes, where actually the title came from Neville, and he captures this truth beautifully. He says this: your imagination, or what you picture in the holiest of holies, is the actual creative power of God. Now think about that. When you picture something, it is literally the creative power of God. And it's always working 24/7, guys. The problem is we have a lot of stuff thinking going on in the subconscious that we don't even realize we've programmed ourselves there, that's going. And so people are trying to pray, they're trying to fast, they're trying to manifest, they're trying to do all these things with all these programs running. And that's where the letting go is. When you let go of all the wrong beliefs, guys, everything in your life starts to drop into your life perfectly by simply a thought, because the imagination and what you picture. And don't worry if you think you're a good visualizer or not, guys, because when you say words to yourself, even when you quiet yourself down and meditate or say words to yourself, like, everything in my life is working beautifully. My marriage is amazing. My relationships are amazing. My businesses are prospering. My kids are prospering. I'm so grateful for this amazing life I live. That's creative. That's like I've been sharing the example of a green apple. If you say I'm not a good visualizer, and just say, I'm so thankful for my green apple. Your mind doesn't go GREENAPPLE. I'm so thankful for a great green apple. You immediately picture a green apple. So even if you just speak to yourself and talk to yourself, that is the creative ability of God, because you think in pictures when you say words. And so so here's Neville. He says, your imagination is the actual creative power of God. It's God's gift to heal, prosper, and supply you with everything you need, no matter what situation you find yourself in. Nothing is impossible to your imagination, end quote. And why is nothing impossible to your imagination? Because your imagination is the creative ability of God between these two cherubs, the divinity within the highest, holiest of holies within man. That's it. And so that is the unlimited power of God. So nothing can stop it. And I want to show you this idea. I've shown you this in the past, but if you go to Isaiah 64:8, and it's in Jeremiah as well. And I'm going to just start in verse 8, but it says, but now, O Lord, which is Yud He Vav He, you are our Father. We are the clay, you are the potter. We are all the work of your hand. And so if we just take it in English, it's good enough, guys. When you take it into the original Hebrew, it's a little different than this. But just if you took it in English, this would be a good one to take literally. Lord, and the Father and the potter are all equal. They're talking about the same thing. Our Lord, our Father, we are the clay, you are the potter. So the Lord, Father, and potter are equal. Now, if we go to the interlinear, this is really interesting. So if we go to interlinear, Isaiah 64:8, that word potter, potter right here. So it's got the yatsar, and I'll show you this yad zadeh resh, and then nu is the seed or the life that comes from the upright man or stake. So is added to the end, but the root is yatsar. And every time you have a root, guys, in Hebrew and Greek, they always have the same meaning at the end of the day. It's the life that comes from it, the passion that comes from it, the work that comes from it, etc. And this literally, if you literally take this yod is the strength of God, is in the seed released, the life of the upright stake within, is the work, the power, yodika. So it's got yod, which is the strength, right here. This is how you spell yod. The finished work, the strength of God that comes out of the doorway of the covering of everyone is really big. Let's go look at this word yatsar. So yatsar, yod is the strength of God when the seed's released, of zadeh, of resh. Now this is kind of interesting. Yod is the strength of God that is released in the seed. When the covenant's finished, when the mark of the covenant, when the sign of the covenant's been released, that means the intimate act has been completed, the finished work, the deed done. That seed of intimacy carries the strength of God. Now that's the strength. It's actually a picture of a fist, meaning it's strong. It carries the strength. Zadi is actually a picture of a fish hook. And so anyway, if you look at it, it means to hook, to pull forward, to pull toward you your desire, or to harvest your desire, of resh, which is the man's head. The highest point of man is resh right here. Now, so this is what's interesting. They equate the Lord, they equate the Father, the progenitor, the creator of everything. This is how it's formed or fashioned. The strength of God pulls to you everything that comes from the highest point of man. One is physical, one spiritual, guys. So if you go look at this, though, this is kind of interesting. The Lord, the Father, the creator is the potter, the creator. If you go covenant, it's contractual. It has to, a potter who forms the clay, a carver of wood, graven images. Here's where it starts to get really interesting. To frame, to devise in the mind. Well, this is the holiest of holies, guys. Your imagination, what you devise or frame within your mind actually shapes the physical things of divine activity. And so if you go look at this, it's your imagination is the strength of God that draws to you, pulls to you, and harvests whatever you do in the highest point of man, or the seed released right up here in the resh, in the head. It means to form or fashion, design. So it's these three, this is the verb, to fashion, but it comes from the noun, same letters, guys, yad, zadeh, resh, form, framing, purpose, and it'll say to form, pottery, form, graven image, frame in the mind, imagination, devise, or purpose. What you imagine, guys. Isn't that interesting? So exactly what that quote is, your imagination is God's gift to you to bring you anything you desire. Why? Because it's the strength of God. So here's what it literally says. What you picture in your mind, what you hold in your mind, is the strength of God that cannot be stopped, which draws to you, pulls to you, and harvests the desires of what you hold in your mind. Isn't that interesting? So let me just, and then we'll show you how to do this at the end again. So yeah, the Lord, the Father, the potter are all equated. The potter is the Hebrew word yatsar, and the verb or the noun are the exact same three Hebrew letters. So it means your imagination is the form fashioned to devise in the mind or imagination. It's from the three Hebrew letters, yod, which is the strength of God is in the seed released. It's a picture of a fist, the strength of God. Zadeh, to hook, to pull toward, desire, harvest. The resh, the hayat, or the highest point of man. So what you picture, guys, literally is God's gift to you to bring to you anything you desire. So as we've been sharing, your true nature is unlimited, guys. You truly can have exactly how life you would want it to be. And so the only thing we're limited by are limited beliefs that we've accepted as true. The Spirit of God, the presence of God is perfect. It's divine. He never designed you to struggle. In fact, Anytime you find yourself in a down or a tough situation, I promise you guys, if you do this, it's your opportunity to release those limited beliefs. It's just a sign to go, hey, you've picked up something that you don't want to carry around forever. And unless you deal with this, it keeps coming up over and over and over in your subconscious because it's still there. And it's just our opportunity whenever there's a down to go, wait a minute. I have the kingdom of God within me. The creative ability of God's within me. This is my opportunity to let go of whatever negative feelings I have, which is the letting go. And then the letting God, guys. People, I see a lot of Christians go, let go and let God. And I think they think that it's blind faith, where they go, I'm just going to, I know I feel terrible. I'm full of anxiousness. I'm full of fear. I'm worried about everything, but I'm going to trust God. That doesn't work, guys. How we're designed is it draws to us the clear conception of what we're forming in our mind and the feelings if it's already done, the enjoyment of it. That's how it works. So anyway, that is the true letting go and letting God. And so a lot of people are worrying, they're fasting, they're trying to manifest things. I get a lot of emails like, I'm doing what you said, but it's not working. And I think here's a big biggie, guys, is don't even try pray, don't even try manifest, don't try anything until you've let go of all the fears, the anxieties, and the negative feelings you're feeling right now. That's the letting go part. And so when you let go of that, if you did nothing but pray, or if you did nothing but let go of those limiting beliefs, those feelings that you know aren't there, the downs that you're experiencing, the struggles in life, just go, what is the feeling I have about all this? When you welcome those feelings and just be present with them in your heart and chest area, allow them to let go. That's the letting go. All those negative beliefs, all those anxieties, all those fears that are covering up your true nature, which is perfection, which is divine beauty, which is unlimited power. You know, if you hear Rhonda Burns say, she goes, once you're free, once you let go of all the fears and you're just in this peaceful place, which you can get there through meditation and different things. The science world calls it alpha and theta. It means the very creative place. Most people are trying to pray fast warfare in total beta, total anxiousness. And so that's why you email me and you go, it's not working. What Rhonda Byrne talks about, and I'm going to give you a bunch of quotes, which I think will really encourage you, is once you're free, guys, once you just spend some time letting go of all the fears, just go, it's okay for me to feel this way. It's okay for me to experience this, whatever feeling I have about this situation right now. If it's fear, it's anxiety, really, really be present with it. Just allow yourself to be okay with that feeling, and it'll intensify, but then it gets a little lighter. And just do it, guys, until you feel free. Because once you're free, once all those limiting beliefs that were covering up your true design, the unlimited love and power of God within you, she goes, even a flimsy thought, you even picture something, go, oh, that would be nice. It shows up in your life. That's the creativity of God in man. So I would just encourage you, the first thing you should do is let go of all those limited beliefs. And if you did nothing else, your life would start to get better. Most of the situations would take care of themselves because the true nature of God is love and harmony. It provides everything. And you just have to look at nature and go, the birds don't struggle for their seeds. The plants don't struggle to come up. That's why I love pictures of weeds or flowers coming up from the middle of concrete or asphalt. It's just unlimited power of God. And all of nature speaks to the true design, which is of you guys. And so anyway, you wouldn't have to pray for anything. You don't have to try manifest anything. You don't have to try do anything. Just if you just released the true nature, which is in you, is unlimited peace and harmony and love, brings everything into your life all by itself. But you also have free will. And God inhabited you. He chose you. He thought you were the most special person on the planet to inhabit, so you could experience God, and God could experience life through us. And so I like a lot of the early thought writers of scripture, etc. They said God inhabited man so we could learn to have a God experience, which is really pretty cool. And so anyway, when you let go of all the negative emotions until you feel peaceful, guys, everything in your life will automatically start to change. But now you can experience anything you want. And this is where you kind of follow your heart. Do you want to be a successful business person? Do you want to be famous? Anything is okay. It's okay. Just go, I think it would be so fun to experience this. and you just enjoy it. You picture it as if it's already happened, guys. You start to enjoying it. This is after you've let all the negative stuff go. Don't even talk about manifesting prayer, etc., until you do that, guys. Because like I shared before, you're trying to swim with an anchor. It just doesn't work, guys. You're trying to manifest or pray and receive things, but your heart is going, no, you don't feel worthy, you feel guilty, you feel shameful. You're trying to create from the lowest energy, which is guilt and shame, if you come from Western theology. And nothing's further from the truth. God's never, it's just an experience. So anyway, once you are free, though, then you can choose to experience anything you want. Just go, you see yourself already enjoying the life you would like, as if it's already happened, and just realize the minute I picture something, guys, it's the release of the divine ability of God that starts to bring it into the physical. It's the seed of God. The imagination is God's gift. Whatever you imagine is the unlimited power. If it takes all 7 billion people to bring it to you, it'll move and shape and bend everything to bring it to you. That's how we're designed to live. And then the letting God, guys, is really this trusting in this divinity of God, which is pure love, which is divine perfection, which is unlimited power within you. So one thing that you could really do is if you've experienced your desired end, your desired prayer exactly how you want it, because or speak if you can't envision things where I go, it feels so wonderful to have this unlimited abundance. It feels so amazing to be able to spoil my family. It feels so wonderful to have more than enough money every month to give. Whatever it is that really turns you on, guys, you just experience it as if it's real. And then before you go to bed, just go, now I'm giving this over. This is the letting God. I'm giving this over. This is my prayer to you, God. I'm giving this over to the unlimited love and perfection within me to bring it exactly how I want it. And you go about the day, the next day, you have the same prayer. You see yourself already enjoying exactly how you want it. And then just see yourself going, I'm giving this over and trusting in the unlimited love and power of God within me to bring this whole thing to me with ease. And all the things that you were struggling for, etc. Once you've released all the negative emotions, that's the letting go. And the letting God is seeing exactly what you would like life to look like, not trying to figure out how you're going to get there. You see it as if it's already done. And you just, I'm giving this over to the unlimited love and power of God within me to bring it to me with ease. And everything you're struggling for, everything you're praying for, trying to manifest all these things, all these words that you use, everything drops into your life easy. Now, here's some of my favorite quotes showing you the divinity of God within. And I'll just leave you with some of these. You don't have to agree with them, whatever. I get motivated by these things because they're all explaining the exact same truth, which is the divinity of God, the ability to create within man. So here's James Allen, As a Man Thinketh. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. I want you to look for the similarity in all these, by the way. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. It not only embraces the whole of a man's being, but it is so comprehensive as to reach out to every condition and circumstance of his life. A man is literally what he thinks, James Allen. Here's Dr. Joseph Murphy. You don't work harder to change your condition. The cure for any lack or limitation is to repeat to your heart and mind, let go of the junk, guys. See your desires if you want it. And just thank God. I just trust and I thank the love and the power of God within me to bring it to me exactly like this. So the cure for any lack or limitation is to repeat to your heart and mind the end desire as if it's already done. Your heart effortlessly produces the desired outcome. Your heart, guys, the divinity in man effortlessly produces the desired outcome. Dr. Joseph Murphy. Here's Yogananda. And it says, through a master's divine knowledge of light phenomena, just can put yourself in there, guys. The yogis in this case don't have any different spirit than you. They just realized who they are. And we're just trying to show you the divinity of God and man. So anywhere it says yogi or master, just go, that's me, because God's within me. Is he not the master of all masters, the yogi of all yogis? Of course he is. So, but it is pretty cool the things they do because they understand this. Through master's divine knowledge of light phenomena, he can instantly project into perceptible manifestation the ubiquitous or everywhere, the light atoms that are everywhere. In conformance with his powers of his will and visualization, he decides what he wants and he pictures it. So he says what that does is it changes the light atoms everywhere and brings it into physical manifestation. They understand this. And it says, employing the creative will bestowed on you by the creator, you rearrange the light atoms of the universe to satisfy any sincere prayer. That's pretty good. Here's another one of Neville's. Most people are totally unaware of the creative power of imagination within, and they bow before the dictates of facts, and they accept life and what they perceive with their senses, meaning their emotions and reactions are governed by what they see out here versus realizing this is just a reflection of what's going on in here. And if I don't like it out here, it's just an opportunity for me to release whatever negative feeling and all the thoughts that are attached with that and be free from it forever. So, when you discover the creative power within yourself, you will boldly assert the supremacy of imagination. You could put God in there. And because God is the Lord and the Father, I just showed you, it's all equated in Isaiah, and put all things in subjection to God. There is nothing under heaven in the physical world that is not plastic as potter's clay to the touch of the shaping spirit of your imagination. The natural man is trapped by reason and reality. The spiritual man creates his own reality. Here's one of my faves I've shared with you a million times by Joe Dispenza, which is why he's getting results. He's teaching people how to live from within when they go to their events. Quote, people believe we have to drag our body through space and time to get what we want. That is the lie of separation, matter trying to change matter. The truth is, everything that is matter is surrounded by a quantum field of love. You can learn to create from the field instead of matter. When you get a picture of what you desire in your mind and maintain the emotion as if you already have it, independent of any situation, fact, or time, you are a transducer. You collapse space and time. The event is drawn to you. What you just pictured and what you just felt as real, I just give this over to the love and power of God within me to bring it to me. You don't have to go anywhere to get it. Dr. Joe Dispenza. Here's Bob Proctor. When you use your imagination, you are using the energy flowing through you. You literally bring those images into material existence. Pretty good, guys. See the divine thread here in all this? Here's Dr. Greg Braden from the Divine Matrix. There's an intelligent field of energy that underlies all creation. I think everybody realizes that. How in the world does that seed come up when it's supposed to come up? It doesn't come up in the winter when it's out there. It comes up when it's supposed to come up. And it looks like a lifeless, dead seed, but the divinity is in the seed. Genesis 1. There's an intelligent field of energy that underlies all creation. It is divine matrix that connects all of creation. It is the bridge between our inner and outer worlds, between the thoughts, feelings, emotions, beliefs, and prayers we create inside our bodies and the effect they create beyond our bodies in the world around us. The divine matrix simply mirrors and shows us what we're truly believing and accepting inside of us. Dr. Greg Brayton. Here's one of the classics by Lester Levinson. If you only think about what you want, that's all you would ever get. Boy, it's that simple. Rhonda Byrne. The first step, and she's the secret, the greatest secret. The first step to freedom is to understand you are not a victim. Whew. Biggie, guys. You have complete control over your life. You don't have the mind to be, we don't have the mind to be our therapist or psychiatrist, meaning you can't think through things typically because your brain is only as good as the thoughts you've put in there. And if you put thoughts in there that you're limited, you can't fix it by thinking it out, guys. I know you think you can. You experience it and it brings it to you. You have complete control of your life. We don't have the mind to be our therapist or psychiatrist. You don't have to let the mind race, meaning most people hold things in their mind all day they don't want. We have the mind. Here's the gift of God to you. We have the mind to create exactly what we want, meaning whatever you picture, guys. She goes, once you let go of all the feelings, that's the number one thing you should be doing, guys. Don't even try, pray, manifest, whatever. Just let go of all the negative junk and you'll come into divinity and harmony and love. Now you can get creative with it and go, what do you want? What do I want to experience? She says, then you can have a flimsy thought. You can simply picture something and go, oh, that would be fun. I'm going to give that thought over to the love and the power of God within me to bring it to pass for me, because there's an underlying love, which is the creative ability of God that holds everything together. Rhonda Byrne. All right, almost done, guys. Here's Albert Einstein. The field, spirit realm, is the sole governing agency of the particle, meaning everything physical is controlled by the spiritual. Jose Silva, inventor of the Silva method. When you picture something, you actually create it physically. So you're fearfully and wonderfully made, guys. What I wanted to show you is your imagination, what you simply picture, and this is conscious and subconscious, is the creative power of God. There's not a struggle, there's not a strain, there's not a prayer team, there's nothing, guys, that can keep the power of God in you. It's unlimited. It's God's divine gift to heal you, to prosper you, to supply you with everything you could ever need, no matter what situation you find yourself in. So again, if you're in a down situation or you're feeling down, which we're all there sometimes, guys, that is a tremendous opportunity. That's a gift of God in itself to go, hey, I am an unlimited being that's picked up something that's not true about me. Whether it's I'm not loved, I'm not safe, I can't have what I desire. Those are all untruths, guys. Everything's been given to you. It's an opportunity to go, oh, what is the feeling behind this lack? What's the feeling behind I don't have enough? What's the feeling behind I feel like a victim? What's the feeling behind I don't have enough money? What's the feeling behind I'm not loved? And it's allow myself to welcome those feelings that I'm not loved and just allow them to bubble up until you feel peaceful. Do it until you get free, guys, until you really feel free. Then that's the letting go. Then the let God is then your imagination is God's gift to heal you. You could see yourself enjoying divine health. You could see yourself enjoying whatever level of prosperity you want. Just go, oh, it'd be so amazing to be able to do this with my family. It'd be so amazing to have my business doing this. And trust in the love of God, just like letting go is like, if you even need to visualize it, God, I'm giving this to you, and trusting in the unlimited love and power of God within me to bring it to me with ease. And you'll see results very quickly, guys, when you do it from a sense of freedom, once you've let go of all the junk. And so, like I said, every down used as a tremendous opportunity to go, wow, this is just an opportunity where I'm carrying something around that I don't need. I can let go of it and be free from it forever. And if we don't, guys, it's still there. So we keep dealing with it over and over and over. It's your ability to get free. Then the divine ability of God within you, the letting God, is just sit down and relax. Create a picture of yourself doing exactly how the answered prayer, exactly how you'd want it to be. Where if it's a new home, you see yourself enjoying it, where you're talking to your spouse, your kids, your friends. That's one of the things I love. So a lot of times I just see myself with all of you on our back deck with a glass of wine, just having a conversation with you. They're like, it's so, and here's what I hear you guys telling me. It's so fantastic that we've learned these truths. My life has never been better. That moves me, guys. It's one of the things I love, which is why I always include all of you in my meditations, which are really the prayers, the divine ability of God because I know if I see you telling me that, that's what happens in your life. And so once you've experienced it, once you've enjoyed it, if it's already done, you've seen the business outcome exactly how you would like it. You've seen the relationship exactly how you would like it. I don't care what the situation looks right now, guys. Let go of all the emotions, the negative feelings attached to it until you feel free. Then see the outcome exactly how you want it and just go, I just let go. I'm giving this over to the divine love and unlimited power of the Creator within me, which is exactly what I pictured will come to pass. And nothing's impossible because that is the creative ability of God, and nothing's impossible to God. So hopefully that helps, guys. Enjoy the message.